So, good morning, folks. Chris here, and I don't know how to sit. Don't want you looking underneath my shorts. Okay, so as I was saying yesterday, that um, I think it's well, okay, that video was for yesterday. That video was for yesterday. So that was the introduction. Now, this video it's gonna be titled "The Frame" because I need you guys to show you the start of what it's all about and how it's gonna go. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be showing you what I plan on doing to the frame. The frame I actually have, and basically the notches that I'm supposed to iron out, the redesign, and overall, um, basically I'm gonna try to change the way that the frame is because I need the frame to be a straight off back and with compartments inside the frame that I could easily put in a battery, or I could easily fit in the air cleaner. And I'm also going to show you things that I need to take out so that everything else there fits. All right. I don't know how you woke up today, but I just wanted to tell you that whatever day you wake up on, try to get out, try to touch grass, try to sometimes even try to walk barefoot. Barefoot. I know I'm going off topic, but this has a reason to it, and the reason is that basically, I think as human beings, we've practically lost touch with a lot of our natural sides. And same thing as me. Today morning, um, um, I decided, you know what, why not? I took my dog out and went for an amateur run. We were running and stopping for about 500 to 800 meters, and then we turned back and we came back. Um, why? Because I need to show him that okay, he needs to get his mind off, the whole phase of mating because he's in mating season. All my dogs are in mating season, the mating period because of the females. They're giving off that pheromone feel, and so he's getting a little bit dangerous. So I decided, you know what, let me go out. So I woke up great today, and that's what made my morning great today. I hope your morning was great. So just remember that you know what, a little bit of exercise, a little bit of going out and seeing the world and doing something can actually help you out in that sense. Um, so without further ado, let me show you the frame. So the frame in question is this. I know that you feel like okay, maybe this is a little bit run down. And look at the chair. Look at the chair alone. It's been through it. This chair is, I think, from I don't know whether it's a Yamaha or a Suzuki, but this chair has basically seen it all. Like, yo, hey, and we're definitely going to like take out the cover. We're gonna like rip it off. We're gonna wash it up, and then we're gonna restitch it, recover it, and so that it looks almost brand spanking new. All right, we're gonna try that, and that's gonna be the other project. So here is what we're working with right now. It is not a sight to behold because there's a lot that will need to go into this. What I want is to change a lot of the narrative here. I want to change where the foot pegs are. There's only one foot peg, and the other side, somebody did a number on it. When I say a number, he decided to weld a rebar right there. And so you can say, okay, Chris, this might be a lot because you're going to have to change a lot. But I'm willing to take up the challenge. I'm not willing to scare off easily. I'm not going to just to step down and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I mean, I want to try. I want to see where I fail. I'm not saying I'm capable of doing my best. I'm not saying that I know I can do this. I've never done this before. This is going to be the first time I actually engage myself in this. The frame, the shocks are not even on par with racing. These are like the Chinese cheap shocks out there. and I plan on removing those. Right, I'm planning on if possible finding those other shocks that are really good and they're really busty and really big, and they can take the damage, because this is just a mockery of what a shock is supposed to be. The dirt that you see over here, that is oil spewing out, and I don't even know from where. So what I'm going to do is I am literally going to open them up, take out, and see if they're salvageable. For the first part of the project, we are going to try to just maintain what the shocks, these types of shocks, till I get better shocks. That's if I can get them in Malawi. It would be very difficult to actually look around and find them, because no one has that type of bike that has been broken down, that is just laying around and is willing to let it go. If they're willing to let it go, hey, it's going to be a hefty amount to actually sort that out. So yeah, we're looking at modifying the frame, and look at this. We're really going to remove those, and if anything, I'm going to stick probably even the same rebar, right, inside the frame, and then weld it together so that it is almost smooth and it's holding. If anything, I would like the design to be a lot more straighter. Okay, a lot more straighter so that it has the feel of an adventure bike. In that sense, making it easier for me to modify the what's this the to modify this compartment here, so that there's enough space for this. I want to change this so that the air box is different. It's going to have to be different because I'm going to have to put in a compartment where the battery lies. The battery is going to sit here, and it's going to be in a sort of like sort of like a compartment. The compartment is going to basically be a safe zone for all the electronics that are popping in from the lights, coming into the battery. Probably the battery is just going to be, the terminal point of all the wires. But I would like it to have the harness is going to just be a simple thing. So yeah, um, I hope that makes sense. I don't think it does make sense, but whoever can understand it can. We're gonna have to change this. Well, I'll probably have to find another foot peg or find another design or create something, create a design of my own where I can easily put the foot pegs there. All right. That's not cool. That's not nice. And we'll have to change that a lot so that we have a better understanding. This is the frame. Um, a lot of people will recognize this frame as probably a DT frame, but to be honest with you, it's from a Senke. It's called a Senke motorcycle, but the Senke is a copy. It's a copy of the Yamaha. It's probably one of the best copies of Yamaha in Malawi, right? Um, it's I think from it's either a Chinese maker or a Mozambican maker, but I'm not so sure the origin of that motorcycle. This is the best framework that I feel is going to be the base of this adventure bike. Why? Because you have the issue of um height. All right. If I have a 21-inch tire here, it's gonna lift me up. If I have a 4.10 by by what by 18 at the back, it's definitely going to be a higher standing bike. Don't you know what, the one thing that is um really bothering me a little is just it's mostly just it's mostly just the engine. I really hope that the engine that I have is going to work and is easy on spare parts. Because I need the power. I need the ability to do um, shifting command and just go without stopping, without any hitches, without any priming of the engine. Just I need this to work. That's what I need. Um, So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to remove a few things, and then later on we're going to probably I'm going to show you exactly what I've removed, and we're going to wash this engine, and we are going to probably identify the faults and where we can start on dismantling and uh, reassembling most of the things. I'm going to remove the shocks. I'm going to wash them as well. I'm going to probably remove the hydraulic or oil, whatever it is in this, because this is disgusting and we don't want to see that. And I don't even want to touch it, not at this moment. So I want to wash it. I want to make sure that it is at the quality where we can actually see where the bumps and bruises are. And a lot of areas need welding. A lot of areas need to be re-welded and re um, basically reinforced. Let's just say that. Because yeah, definitely, it seems like this motorcycle had been in a lot of impact, and for my safety, I need to guarantee that um, what I'm doing is not a hazard. Now, I've seen people who are out there and they are remaking the frames. They are redoing a lot of stuff, right? Like they're welding their own frames. Now, I'm confident enough that I could do the same, but right now, I am not confident enough that I could do it right now. Okay. Um, so the issue is just identify where the problems are, try to fix them, and then see the way forward. I'm really excited, to be honest with you. I have no. All right, so first thing that needs to happen is we're gonna have to remove this glove box. All right, I'm gonna have to take my company. I need something to eat too. Like, yo, probably need a snack. So a little bit of a slow progress report. I opened up the shocks and actually took out the springs, which are in my bathroom, which are right here looking all grimy. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this in here, but hey, it's what it is. But all that dirt, that's from old. When I say old, I really mean old oil. This is hot water that I've put them in. This is like dishwashing soap, not dishwashing soap, sorry, clothes washing soap, because it's more stronger to remove like maybe grime. So I'm just letting them soak in here so that they get, you know, all the old oil like sort of like goes down a little bit. Then I'll come back later to rinse them off and see if there's any progress. But the problem is, however, if you could see, there are actually two different types of shocks here, springs. So that's a problem. So um, so it looks like whoever sold me this actually knew exactly what they were doing, and they didn't want to say anything further, just so that they could, I don't know, win some money from me. So they won, but I don't really care. I just wanted to get this done and over with. So what I'm gonna do now is just I'm gonna remove the shocks themselves, go wash them, and go into town and see if I can actually get new springs. If I can get new springs, then I don't know. Maybe I can revive these shocks. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. So can you really blame me? It's late at night, and I know that the video that we were doing before was probably an introduction and probably a wash up for um, um, what is this? The bike frames, parts and everything like that. Um, it is almost midnight, and I don't know. I think we can attribute it to a little bit of laziness, a little bit of lack of confidence in trying to measure up everything, and um, trying not to make mistakes, because I don't want to make a mistake where I'm going to regret in future. If you get an original bike frame, it is very unwise for you to somehow change it. Okay, an original bike frame from the factory basically is something legit. It is made by a reputable company, and whatever measurements that they put in it when they were welding it all together, putting it together, were specific. And most of the time, once the design is made, it is automated, and machines take over, and those machines are the ones that weld the specific joints. They can't make a mistake. There are those minimal millimeter errors where 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters, but all in all, to the human eye, it just always looks perfect, and there's nothing you can do about it. But with the design that I want for this motorcycle that we want to make for a later future, it's going to have to have a straight seating position, okay, not a lower valley and then raise type seat position. So I had to take out the old bars that had the whole valley and then raise seating position to put up the whole straight gridded straight seating position. So I think that I've achieved it, but again, with the frame that you just got from, sort of like I don't know, a junkyard, it's bound to have some problems. So what I had to do was put in welds in some of the cracks I found, and I had to also evaluate what more I have to do. And I have found out what I have to do, and let me just show you. So, straight bar positioning. This is it. Um, you have to be careful with when welding galvanized steel because if not cleaned properly, I heard somewhere that it actually tends to and can cause cancer. So be careful when doing that. So you have to clean it properly on the ends that you're welding, which I did do. Um, so yeah, I tried to put in as much strong welds as I could in here, just so that you could touch with the original frame. Um, So I cut out the valley seating positions that were here because this then raised up, but I want it straight like this. The motorcycle is not going to sit in this position. It's definitely going to be a little lower, such as that. So as you can see, the seat is on the rise, but then this is going to accommodate the dip, where the person is going to sit right here, tank is going to be here, and everything else is going to be at the front. Definitely going to weld where you mount the tank right here, and then where you mount the seat right here. I have brilliant seat, and I'm going to make sure that I fix it. So every single time I'm going to do this next step, I'm going to have to take the seat and um, measure it out and put the bars, weld the bars where the seat's supposed to go. In fact, hold on. As we're out here making this motorcycle, it's not going to be that simple. We're definitely going to have to take measurements or remeasurements. You see how that is meant to be? So we're trying to incorporate this seat. Yeah, it's old, grimy, and dirty, but again, this is not the finished result. So this is what we're going for. Yeah. And we're definitely going to have to put in mounting positions with these bars where the bars are supposed to come in through here, and there is going to be definitely an inside hook position for that hook, and then on the tank there's going to be a little slot where this is going to hook onto. So I feel like with the little progress that I've made, it's definitely coming together, and there's still a lot more work. Um, there's still a lot more work, and I just discovered that I don't have the other foot peg. Um, I might as well just make one because we're in a budget here. This is not going to be, $1,000 bike. No, this is a couple of $100. So maybe $200 bike, but made at home, capable of traversing some hills, some grasslands for the fun, for the adventure. So this is definitely going to be a something to remember, something to look back and say, hey, guess what we did in 2024, 25? We made a bike, made our own bike. It's gonna be amazing. I'm excited, and I honestly feel like I don't have as much equipment as I need. I don't have the necessary items. I don't have the proper welding machines, but I do have what I have. So I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna try to reinforce the joints as much as possible. I'm gonna try to make this seat get in there as much as possible. I'm going to try to just make this as much a very comfortable um, uh, bike as can be. What we're going for is something along the lines of the DR650. Okay, currently one of my favorite bikes. So when it comes to motorcycles, yes, of course you have your huge touring bikes, and you have your very comfortable GSs, and you have your 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 Vespas, you have your um, Triumph Tigers, you have your Himalayans, and so far, my favorites right now are the oldies, and I'm talking XR650, but those are like what do you call it? Um, Dual Sport, uh, Dual Sport bikes. They You can consider them as adventure bikes, but they're just bikes. They're just as normal bikes as you could get. Okay, um, so you have your XR 650. That I would love to have because one, big engine, capable of going anywhere. A little heavy on the weight, but still brilliant. You have your Suzuki DR650. Again, it looks almost, if they were almost from the same year, it looks almost the same as as the XR 650, but with a slight modifications in handling and engine capacity, um, where the XR has um, where you put in the oil is actually the frame of the bike, and then the Suzuki DR has the oil at the bottom of the base of the engine. But these are all big boy engines. 650 is not something to 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 cough at. It's a big engine, but that's what I like about it. It's old, it's vintage, and you simply just have so much fun with it. I've never ridden one, but the fact that it's there just makes me hope that one day I could actually get myself one of those bikes. The one, my one favorite bike right now, right, is the KLR 650. That definitely I would love to have. because it just seems like it is unstoppable. Like it's definitely from an old era. It's definitely from um, an era where um, things were being tried out, but Kawasaki did something bold with that engine. It's just amazing. It's just fast. It's capable of doing a lot. The other bike I would like to have, and this is where I got the inspiration also for the straight seat. Of course, the straight seats from the Suzuki DR 650 and the what is this, the XR 650 straight seats. Um, the T7, um, Tanerace T7 Yamaha is just also another brilliant bike. So those are the inspirations that I need the straight seats to be at. So we will try our best to reinforce it. And if you are in for the next video, you're gonna see me do this, and it's going to be somewhat strange with an amateur. I don't know how to weld. This is my first. I've never been okay. Welding, you need to go to school for. You need to learn what to and what not to do. And so far, there's a lot I'm not supposed to be doing. But I'm trying. I'm really trying my best to keep the standard, keep the code. I've figured out ways of um, how to strengthen my welds because you have to be careful when welding galvanized steel, um, and so sometimes it doesn't hold proper. But you really need some tricks to ensure that it works. So I'm trying my best, and in the end, you'll probably see that we did most as much as we could. If the bike does break down, it was my fault for not insuring. Of course, I will take it to um, um, professional welders to have a look over my welds and whether they can help me out. I have some dudes who do brilliant welding jobs, so they can help me out. But because I have the equipment, I mean, why not try? Why not see where you can fail and get corrected? Because what's the point of just doing nothing? I want to see myself do something. So yeah. So yeah, you guys just remember this frame, and we'll see what happens in future. I just love that I'm doing something on my own, and wherever, if I fail, hey, it doesn't matter. I tried anyway. I have an engine that I'm gonna mount over there, but we're still in search of a tank, some extreme good handlebars, and some shocks and some tires. Once I get that, I think I'll be good to go to get the rest. Yeah.